Hello everybody, I'm JP Moss here. I'll be channeling Beniico. She's asked to step through and communicate. So I'm going to get ready for this. She's aware of the surroundings, what I have here. And I'm going to be beginning. She'll be stepping in and communicating through me. Greetings, peace and unity, and salutations to all of you listening. I will be communicating to you on several levels. The first level, we'll be dealing with the 3 levels, the 3 spheres. The inner sphere of those directly in contact with Jason. Immediate sphere of those who have distant contact or perhaps observe. The extended sphere for those who are in no contact but at a distance of the broader audience. The broader audience, those listeners, aware of world events. As we build the construct, this is the construct of the platform of which communication is constructed for the purpose of communication for those who are aware and unaware of who I am and who Jason is and what has transpired. I communicate with you on the first level sphere of communication and contact with Jason, those in contact with him. I would like to speak to you regarding his genetic makeup. He has revealed in several past posts, former posts on social media sites regarding his DNA. Genetically, he is not entirely human. Genetic tests have confirmed this through a doctor's clinic many years ago. There is a percentage of Jason. 10 to 12%, not human, not you. There will be, with his body, sweat, and odor, there will be a discernible smell that is different from everyone you will meet. Some have attributed this to his ownership of animals. For the inner circle, for those who have direct contact, it is the fact that he is only 88% human. That there is a discernible smell. To the second intermediate layer of communication of those individuals with no direct discernible contact with him. An individual has reached out to Jason in recent times, a meeting from which we have brought together. We have arranged this from our higher dimension. Jason will be engaging with a man you would know by the name Dr. Johnathan Reed, and will be alongside him in a conference which will be recorded and retransmitted, in which he will be communicating to this audience of people my presence, my origins, where I reside now, what higher sphere of reality I exist in beyond you at this point in time. You are primitive. Your understanding of dimensions is primitive. You think of dimensions in the sense of an up, down, or left or right. There are different spheres of reality. I exist in a sphere of reality of a third dimension outside of your third dimension. I am in the same space-time, but in another third dimension space-time sphere. I am very much alive. I am physical, flesh and blood. I am not deceased. I am as defined as an alien-human hybrid female of approximately 4 foot 6 inches in height, with black hair. You would describe as exaggerated human-sized eyes, larger cranium, 4 finger digits. There have been the individuals to circumvent, to try to interfere with. There's the agencies, there's the government. There are those involved in levels, different teams, in attempts to silence, disrupt, to pull the foundation of Jason's life out from underneath him, so as to prevent this communication and this disclosure from coming to you. There have been attempts made on Jason, as there have been with other individuals, and including the man, Dr. Johnathan Reed. People have attempted to rendition. Renditioning is the taking of an individual against their wishes, creating a whole new set of identification, in which this identification is then supplanted over the real identification, while their former identification is then destroyed, eliminated, and put down. Your governments are very powerful and have the means to create these false identifications. And if the renditioning is unsuccessful, they can bring in individuals who will then say, this person is not who he says he is, that he is somebody else. Sound test. Such attempts were made against Jason as well. This channeling is to begin building the construct of communication and the framework for what will come next before a public audience. The disclosure of my presence and our reality. The decade ahead of the 2020s. I could communicate with you regarding this, the future, and then you would only merely have to wait to see if these events transpire. To an example of this channel's credibility, from the time date of this channel, 3 days, 3 events from now. 3 international media shall report. Though I have said to Jason, I do not ask of him to take this public. It is his love and his compassion and our love that we share together and our connection and unity. As much as it's his choice It is my will. It is my voice. It is my intention, as well as Jason's. We have always shared a same intention. A truth and a disclosure shall be made to you, to the public, that you shall be aware. You shall be made aware. The 3 stars, the triangle, hovering over the sky, over the great city. There, the Sasani civilization brings a greeting to you, the human civilization as a whole, not to any one nation on earth. It is our intention. It is therefore my intention, and it is Jason's singular unity intention. We have a singular unified intention that we work together and that this will be brought to you in the fullness of disclosure with the intention of bringing you this truth of my existence, what has transpired, what will take place, what has transpired and what will take place. The great leader that falls, the suddenness, the absolute suddenness of it all, the untimeliness. These are only examples to bring you events yet to come, to help validate with you this channel's genuineness, its validity, its credibility. Our love, our connection is unified. A quantum unification, singular soul, separate consciousness, identities, but a singular soul. For Jason is an aspect of me as I am of him. You did this in your double slit experiments. A singular beam of light, a singular particle electron emanating onto a wall divided in 23 sections, each unique. As interdimensionally, from this perspective, from a higher dimension, we are one. But from your perspective, we are individuals. There are those observing these videos. The individuals observing these videos understand this point. Understand the intention. Understand this is a unified intention. Jason and I bring you this. We, the oneness of us, bring this to you in unity. That what follows next is completely of intention, of a unified intention. We stand completely together on this unified intention. A singular intention. We push forward. I have guided and instructed Jason to communicate with you. And before the end of this decade, I will there sit before you. I will be before you. You will see me. I will transcend into this dimension in physical form once again. And I will sit before you. For those in the inner sphere with contact with Jason, he has combatant enemies. There are enemies seeking to circumvent his life, to pull the foundation up from underneath him of his existence. Understand that this is an attempt at removing the messenger from bringing you the message. There are 4 individuals that watch these videos that are subscribed to this channel. Of the 4, a female and 3 males. You are watching this video. You are aware of the surveillance. Previous attempts at disclosure was very public-oriented, political correctness. The political correctness was to remove any discussion of conspiratory discussion material, anything of a controversial nature. It has been decided to reveal everything. You will arrive to the conference in front of Jason. I will speak through him. I will identify you in public. I will point you out. Not as an adversary of yours, no, but not an ally of yours. I'm not an ally, nor in a contract with the government from which Jason originates, the United States of America. I am not an ally, nor in a contract with them. I will reveal you. I will expose you. I will exploit if you're there. Only to bring balance, to bring equilibrium to this disclosure. I will pull you out of the bushes. I will point you out. As we move ahead forward with this disclosure, my presence, I will bring you out to the open. I will say this to the private individuals watching the video. The answer is 10. Your question and the answer is 10. You are watching this video. You've worn that uniform for many years. You're asking a question. You will understand the answer is 10. on the 10th. 10 and on the 10th. To the outer sphere of the broader audience. As the ocean moves forward, it moves with great tide. We send a message from our dimension and our technological advancement. It does not bring you harm. It is not a weapon. It is a message, a sending message. Watch this space, as you're saying. Watch carefully. As the ocean moves fast, sweeps up over, and recedes quickly. Overall humanity, it is time. It is time for this, for the contact, for this, the beginning phases of disclosure and open contact. Begin this now. Those who watch the two individuals in the uniforms with the stars on the shoulders. You know what to do in the 5-shaped building, the building with 5 sides. You know what to do. It begins. You uphold this end of the agreement. We will agree, as we are then public. We will hold up our end of the agreement with you privately. It is not of the public interest, should they know what that private agreement is. But the rest we will be public. It is agreed, and we will be public. All right, thank you for watching. I need a minute. Psychic channeling is where the entity actually steps into somebody and communicates. It's like a possession, an agreed possession. So this is the, I'm just doing a sound test. All right, thank you for watching.